stop, never giving up. Never stop, never giving up. Never stop, never giving up.
Welcome back for the second installment of my AI-driven MLB logo series. Having already completed the first 10 teams, you can find that initial video pinned in the description below if you missed it. My approach remains the same. I will select each team's most standard logo and reimagine it into an updated, superior version. Furthermore, every new design will feature at least one animated variation. If you enjoyed this concept, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If this video is successful, I'm considering applying this concept to other major sports leagues. Now let's get back to the video. Detroit, a city known for Motown, General Motors, and Eminem, also has a very simple, recognizable logo, a romanized capital letter D. The goal was to update this emblem, retaining its simplicity while injecting a sense of fierceness. Integrating a tiger was the natural choice, but its execution was complex. I am pleased with the final outcomes, particularly the crest design. The three distinct animations successfully amplify the logo's ferocity. The Astros, much like the Angels, have adopted various identities and logos over the years, but the unifying element has always been the star, the celestial body, not a person. An attempt to use a human figure resulted in a Star Trek astronaut aesthetic, so the design kept the star enclosing the H, either standalone or within a spacecraft. The later version's starburst effect, in my opinion, is more successful and transitions better into animation. The inclusion of rockets flying around is a subtle reference to the city's NBA team. The challenge in improving a classic logo lies in incremental refinement. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, the core elements, the flying baseball above the Dodgers' wordmark, unchanged since the 1957 move from Brooklyn, and the excellent, simple interlocking LA, must be preserved. Therefore, any redesign must focus on subtle adjustments. Potential concepts include adding a pair of bats behind the LA, or coloring the LA red, white, and blue against a black background. Also tried having the Dodgers script straightened on an angular design. My preferred revision features the script Dodgers wordmark superimposed over the LA secondary logo, all contained within a baseball diamond-shaped crest. The accompanying animation would be a dynamic blend of the bats, the Dodgers script, and the LA secondary logo. Where to begin? For those that don't know, the flying fish with baseball stitches over the word Miami is not the team's original or most iconic logo. It's just the most recent. The original logo was just a slightly arched marlin over a capital F, for Florida. They were called the Florida Marlins. So what I'm doing is a rebrand of a rebrand that shouldn't have happened. Okay, rant over. I wanted to remodel the backward, but then realized it'd make no sense for those that never the original black and teal color scheme. However, I concluded to merge the old with the current to make something newer. More of the vibrant pink and rose color the city is known for, bits of red and dashes of teal. The pair of animations try to amplify these color choices with the marlin either swimming beside or turning into a baseball. The Brewers are a team with a fun, classic, and instantly recognizable logo, the interlocking M and B, that cleverly forms a catcher's mitt and ball. This logo, known as the ball and glove, is a masterpiece of design. The primary challenge in updating it is maintaining that playful spirit while making it feel modern and aggressive. My initial attempts focused on enhancing the catcher's mitt with a more ferocious, bear-like appearance, but this quickly lost the original's charm. The best approach proved to be a subtle refinement of the ball and glove concept, adding depth, bolder line work, and a richer color palette that leans into the classic navy and yellow. Ultimately, I focused on creating a new logo that is equally abstract and clever. The final design is a crest that incorporates a beer foam-like wave pattern, representing the city's brewing heritage, with a stylized M that still subtly suggests a mitt. The two accompanying animations showcase the transition from the old ball-and-glove to the new crest, emphasizing the evolution of the team's identity while honoring its roots. The Mets baseball logo featuring the bridge holds a special significance not just for me but for fans who remember when the Giants and Dodgers relocated to California. The bridge symbolizes the connection between the former teams and the creation of the new one. Initial attempts to modernize the logo by removing the bridge and focusing only on the baseball or baseball-inspired shapes, like an M with stitches, didn't quite capture the right feeling. An alternative approach, using a silhouette of the team's shortstop, Francisco Lindor, was a slight improvement but still lacked impact. The final, successful versions reintroduced the bridge, making it a more prominent feature in the foreground. The animated iteration intensifies this focus. The skyline appears twice, once on the baseball mimicking the original design and again as a water silhouette, and the bridge is dramatically emphasized in the front, representing the journey of fans from the past into the future. Additionally, two simpler animations were created that give the original baseball logo an extreme liquid-style update. The challenge of redesigning a classic logo like the Yankees is comparable to that of the Dodgers or Red Sox. It's inherently difficult to improve upon an established design. Despite this, I attempted a fresh take. Capturing the visual essence of a team that's existed for so long, and didn't adopt its current name until 15 years into its history, proved quite tough. Initial concepts, including one based on the team's longevity, resulted in an unrelated emo guy graphic. Other failed attempts involved a tech-inspired logo, a simple black background and a faded cityscape. Ultimately, the redesign drew inspiration from cinematic inevitability, specifically Indiana Jones and Star Wars. The final static logos were presented on a pedestal and in a nighttime city scene, referencing Indiana Jones. The Star Wars influence manifested in an animation where a baseball branded with the Yankees logo served as the Death Star. This initiative goes beyond a simple rebrand. It represents a complete fresh start for the team. Their traditional green and gold colors have been successful in every previous location. While they might still be used upon their eventual move to Las Vegas, I'm currently exploring various logo concepts since a concrete plan isn't yet in place. Given their temporary relocation to West Sacramento while leaving Oakland, and before settling in Las Vegas, the location was ambiguous. The team's name, being a verb, complicated the logo design process. However, a running figure provided a straightforward starting point. I developed several options for both West Sacramento and Las Vegas, all of which would be a significant improvement over the current plain green A. Concepts include a home plate-shaped logo incorporating the original green and gold scheme with bold lettering, a minimal-style running man figure, a pairing featuring the Athletics wordmark rendered in a speed font, a design resembling a plaque that commemorates the team's history and future. The accompanying animation depicts a player hitting the wordmark for a home run into a cloud. I'm genuinely unsure what a Philly actually is, and the AI prompts couldn't offer a clear answer. That said, the original Phillies logo was one of the few I genuinely liked. Since Philadelphia is the home of the Liberty Bell, showcasing the bell as much as possible made sense. Their current logo, which is essentially just a strangely shaped letter, P, is baffling to me. To be fair, their P isn't the worst I've come across. One I saw had a root growing out from under it. I decided to combine these elements, resulting in 4 extreme logo concepts. 2 that feature the Liberty Bell placed behind the Phillies wordmark, 1 that uses the bell to split the wordmark, and 1 that transforms the Philly P into a tentacled monster puncturing a baseball and grabbing the bell. The animated version is based on that tentacle monster concept. A simple golden P is insufficient as a primary logo for a team named after something as fearsome as a pirate. My inspiration, therefore, stemmed from the universally recognized skull and crossbones found on a pirate ship's flag. I merged elements like ghostly imagery, bandanas, and the skull and crossbones to create several powerful pirates' logos. Complementing these designs are a pair of animations that emphasize the gold, crossbones, skulls, the city, and the pirate's wordmark. That wraps up part 2 of this mission. Share your thoughts on the logos, which were your favorites and which you disliked, in the comments below. I'll catch you next time for part 3. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and keep howling.